Hi friends. Hey guys. I'm gonna let some people pop in and we will get to work. Christy, I hope I'm in the right place. Let me know if I'm not in the right group. Hi. Hey guys. Hey. Pile in, tag your friends, and we will chat business. We got one person. Me and Jessie are hanging out. How are you doing, Jessie? We got two people. Hey, everyone. Cool. I'm doing really good. I'm frazzled. I agreed to watch a friend's baby this morning, which was so fun, but they just picked him up like 2 seconds ago, so I had to like get ready and all that stuff in like 2 seconds. Hey everyone. Okay, well, I'm just gonna get started and y'all can watch the replay if you jump in later. So my name is Madison Vining. I am a Royal Crown Diamond with Young Living, a friend of Jake and Christy Dempsey, and so super happy to jump in here and get to hang out with you guys. Jake and Christy just brag on you guys and rave about you all the time, so it's cool to meet you, those of you who I have not met. You guys are on an awesome team with awesome leaders, totally perfectly primed on a great team within a great company, where you are set up for success in such a huge way. So it's cool to come into groups where there's just a lot of potential and people who are rocking and rolling. So I'm pumped to be in here. So I'm going to talk today about putting fuel in your WhyTank. Most people have a why, or if you don't, we're going to kind of go through, like, we'll talk about it. But for the days when you feel discouraged, uninspired, when you feel that voice attacking you, kind of picking you apart, making you feel unworthy, unprepared, unequipped, those days when you're tired, when you're burnt out, and you're just kind of like, is this worth it? Should I keep going? For those days, it is super helpful to have a lot of fuel stored up in your WhyTank to help you be in this for the long haul and not burn out. So today we're gonna put fuel in our WhyTanks, parked in my driveway. My car is my office. RCD is very glamorous, you guys. Let me just tell you, your life is magically together the second you hit that ring. I'm just kidding. Okay, so there's a quote that says, when you have a why, it doesn't matter how or when. So when you understand what it is that you're running for, and it means enough to you, the how much work it's going to take, how is it going to happen, all that stuff. And the when, why isn't this happening already? Why is so-and-so doing it twice as fast? When is it going to happen for me? The how and the when don't matter as much because the why is so strong. So anytime you can strengthen that why even more, and pour fuel in that WhyTank, you are going to catapult yourself to a next level of being able to achieve and have sustainability in your business. So I love for people to grab a pen and paper and walk through this with me as we go. And you can either write each of these little topics and then leave yourself some space on one page, or what you can do is write a topic, turn the page, write a topic, turn the page, and do them each on their own page so you have lots and lots of room to come back later. So however you want to do it, rock on with your bad self. I like each topic on each page so I can like fill that sucker up. So grab a pen and paper. If you need to pause me and come back later, you can totally do that. Okay, so I want you to write down the following categories: save, spend, pay off, bless, build or create, change, solve, and outsource. So when we get super specific with why the heck we're doing this, again, it's going to put fuel in that WhyTank. So let's break down each category real quick. Save. Let's pretend like you are, well, whichever rank you are, pretend like we're talking about that next rank, but we're going to use silver or gold as an example. So let's say I'm an executive right now. I'm going to use silver as my example, and I'm going to say, okay, $2,000 a month, $2,200 a month is the average pay for silver. When I get there, how much am I going to be able to save each month? And you can write that down. What are some things you're going to save for? Disney vacation, new whatever. Write down and like let your mind wander. Fill up the page. When something pops in your mind, just pop it onto the paper. Things you would be able to save for if you were making $2,200 a month, or if your goal is gold, $6,700 a month. Things you'd be able to save for. Then you're going to go on to the next category, which is spend. This is a fun one. This is spending like on wants, not needs. So what would you do? Would you take your kids to Hawaii and show them the ocean for the first time? Would you, I don't know, what would you do? Would you put solar panels on your house? Would you, I mean, it's going to look so different for everybody. So that's why we have to get specific for our own selves. So we have save and spend. Pay off. If you were making gold monthly checks of $6,700 a month, what would you be able to pay off? How much a month could you throw at your student loans? How much a month could you throw at paying off your car? Get specific. The more specific we get, the more real this all seems to us and the more fuel we're putting in the tank. Okay, save, spend, pay off. Bless. Who would you bless? Do you have a family member who has racked up medical bills and they need to walk free from that bondage? Do you have a single mom in your life that you would love to just bless with a day at the spa? Do you have someone on your team who is struggling in one way or another and needs something, and you would love to just be able to be like, you know what, the need is met? If you are making gold money of $6,700 a month, or whatever the next goal is for you, who would you be able to bless? Get specific and just dump out anything that comes on your heart. Dump it out onto that page. Build or create. This is a fun one. What would you be able to, write a book and have it published? Would you want to build a Ninja Warrior gym in your backyard? Would you, I don't know, what would you build or create if you had that extra income? Get specific, let your mind wander, dump out your brain onto the page. Change. Is there a problem that you know of that would take some money to solve, that if you were making X amount a month, you would be able to change, like really affect some change? Let's say the public school lunch program at the school in your neighborhood. Are they just feeding those kids absolute poisonous crap? Could you contact the school? If you were making platinum salary or gold money every month, could you call them and say, hey, if I donate this much per month, could we supplement in some good organic food for the kids who get the free lunch program? If I'm willing to fund it, would you guys help me out and do that? Is there a problem somewhere that you could fix, that you could step in and bring about some real change if you had some extra freedom from Young Living? Brainstorm that out. Yeah, there's so many fun, this is really fun. I love to do this. Okay. Solve, that is, I forget what I was thinking about change and what I was thinking about solve. What I just described would be more of solve. And then we're going to move on to outsource. What is something that you hate doing that you would like to never have to do again? Mine was laundry. I think when I hit diamond, I said, I never want to do, fold, or put away laundry again. And I have not. I have someone come in once a week, do folds, and put away 100% of our family's laundry. And it is amazing. And what I'm able to do is I freed up time where I can spend that time doing income producing activities for my business and make more money than I'm even spending to pay her. So that is awesome. So what would you be able to outsource? Mailing things to your team, carpooling your kids to soccer, or laundry, or what would you be able to pay someone else to do and bless them with income, and then you never have to do it again? Sometimes that one is like the most exciting. Okay, guys, so those are the categories: save, spend, pay off, bless, build or create, change, solve, and outsource. Totally come back and watch the replay because I know I'm going fast on this, but really fill up the pages, and you can do it for when I hit silver, here's what I will save, spend, pay off, bless. Or you can do when I hit gold, here's what I'll be able to save, spend, pay off, bless, all of that. And then do it for all of the ranks. And it's really exciting. And do this with your husband. If you are married, do this together. It's super important. No one is going to care about your goals for your family more than the person you've chosen to be your partner in that. They've already gone through the most strenuous screening process. They had to earn the privilege of marrying you. So they are the perfectly primed and qualified candidate to dream with you about where this business can take you. So include them. Don't keep this stuff to yourself. Okay. If you are having trouble still coming up with something that makes you passionate enough to keep going on the really hard days, you need more fuel for your why tank. I'm going to challenge you to ask yourself, what makes you mad? What makes you really mad? Like when you hear it, you just get really mad. Because when we're angry, it's usually because we have a lot of passion invested into something. So for Tyler and I, two things make us really mad. The first is when we see someone who is living a life that doesn't fulfill them, and they don't know there's another way, and society has told them to just lay down and accept it. Your kids will be raised in daycare. You have to have XYZ degree and spend XYZ number of years in school. You have to sacrifice the prime of your life so that you can retire one day when you're 70. All these things the world tells us. When we see people trapped in that cycle and unable to break out and see that there's a different way, that makes us mad and we want to change it. So that's something that has made us really passionate about sharing this business with other people. Something else that makes us really mad is the fact that there are, I forget the number right now, but millions of orphans in the world. And if one family from every other one church in the United States would foster or adopt, that number would change to 0. When we hear that, we get really mad. And something that has really added a lot of fuel to our why tank is to be able to, first of all, we paid off our adoptions, 2 in 1 year once. Like $60,000, we were able to do it debt-free thanks to Young Living. But second of all, we've been able to move into a phase where we can fund adoptions for families who have the heart to open their homes to these kids. So something that makes you mad, you probably have passion wrapped up in that area. Tap into that. If you need some more fuel for your why tank, a lot of times people have this weird stigma about money, that it's bad to make a lot of money, and I want to challenge you guys to get rid of that poverty mindset and move into a kingdom mindset, because good money in the hands of good people doing good things is such a good thing. Things like the orphan crisis, things like world hunger, things like school lunch programs that suck, all those things are going to take money. And so that money might as well be in the hand of kingdom people doing God's work than somewhere else. So guys, do not be afraid to make money and bless people, and do not have a weird guilty conscience about it. You need to get on over it. You are created for too much goodness. You have too much potential to let poverty mentality or any of that stuff get in your way. Just get on over it. Okay. That was a side tangent. Okay. When you've written down all of your whys from all of those categories, sit and think about which rank would allow those things to start happening. Study the income disclosure statement and study the comp plan and realize just simply what will it take to get me there. Okay, I know why, I know what I want, I know what I need. What will it take to get me there? Just even knowing the very basics of, okay, I need 2 legs at this and my OGB at this, is awesome. Remember, it doesn't matter how or when, as long as you know the why. Okay, next category. We have done the why. Let's talk about the what. What is different about Young Living income from other jobs, other incomes? Why is it so important? Why are we hustling so hard? What is different that will get us closer to all those whys with this than working at a traditional job? Let's talk about that. Residual income is the concept of doing or creating something one time and earning money on it more than once and possibly forever. So that may sound a little bit too good to be true, but think about it. Anyone who's ever written a book, they wrote it, built it, created it one time, and they profit on it every time it is sold for potentially forever. Residual income is all around us, and it's a really awesome thing. Does your current path, apart from Young Living, have you on track for residual income and accomplishing all of those whys? Mine didn't. If your answer is no, then there's no reason to ever give up. You can slow down, you can pause, but stopping is not an option. Okay, let's talk about the win. And I know I'm going so fast. Sorry. I'll try to slow down. The win. There's 9 ranks in Young Living. So if it takes you moving up at a pace of only 1 rank per year, then you're only 9 years away from making over $100,000 a month with this business. I know you'll move up much faster than that. But again, if your path aside from Young Living doesn't have you on track for that, there's no reason to stop, get burnt out, walk away. Your whys, all those things you've written down, are too important. So, doesn't matter when, as long as you have those whys. The how. How do we do this? How do we make all of this amazing stuff actually become reality? The first thing that I will express is the importance of inviting people on a wellness journey, which means we have to authentically be on a wellness journey. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect, that you have it all down, your home is completely toxic free, you eat so clean. It doesn't mean that you have to be on a pedestal. It just means that as you're learning, you're bringing other people with you. So don't get analysis paralysis and feel like you have to have your ducks in a row before you start. Don't do that. Don't do that. The best things in life happen before you're ready. So just jump in. If it's your very first day, that's okay. You simply just post to Facebook, oh my gosh, you guys, I learned this today. Did you know that there's sesquiterpenes in essential oils and they clean receptor sites that are damaged in our bodies? I had no idea. That is so cool. Anyways, just thought I would share. Or did you know the dangers of tap water? Here's why we decided to start filtering our water. I had no idea. Thought I would share. Fascinating. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to be willing to learn and willing to bring others with you as you go. So inviting people on a wellness journey, and that is not just essential oils. You want to invite them on a wellness journey, all encompassing, and show them that you care about getting them hooked onto good things that you don't make money from. Like, I want you eating whole foods. I want you juicing, or I want you guys to be doing this. You obviously don't have any financial investment in suggesting these things. You just believe in them and you want them for people. Well, then when you do suggest essential oils, they know that that's just part of what you want for them. That's just part of the journey that you're inviting them on. And if they've trusted you enough to jump into a few of those other things and it's blessed their life, then jumping in when you mention oils is going to be a no-brainer. So Invite people on an entire wellness journey. Good stuff. Part 2. Focus on your downline success and yours will come by default. I shared a quote yesterday. I totally forget who said it, but it is, you get what you want in life by helping enough people get what they want in life. So true. If you have a leg that you're trying to grow to 8,000 so that you can hit platinum, the trick is not to focus on yourself hitting platinum, not to focus on that leg being at 8,000, but to ask, how many senior stars can I flip? 2 senior stars. Or 2 executives? Can I flip 4 senior stars in this group? Who can I help get to senior star in that leg this month? And reach out and say, hey, here's the financial blessing that comes with a senior star. Here's what's required. Who wants it? And I'm going to run alongside with you, and we're going to make it happen this month. When you help 4 people get to senior star, and how awesome that's going to feel and how awesome it is for them, you're going to look up at the end of the month and realize your leg is at 8K and you weren't even thinking about your own goal. That's the best and most fun and fulfilling way to do this. I promise you. Okay, this is really important. Listen up. Communicate this business opportunity to every single person on your team. That is so important. I already talked about how money in the hands of good people doing good things is a good thing and how we have to get over our stigma. The business is the same way. If this business is blessing you, if it's changing your life, it has radically changed my life. It doesn't feel right for me to keep that from people that I care about. It doesn't feel right for me to keep that from a single mom I know is struggling or anyone who jumps in on my team. It just doesn't feel right to me. I want to do what my enroller and sponsor did for me, which was tell me about this business day one, because if she hadn't, we would still be in debt. We would still not be living in this house. We would still not be traveling. We would not be able to do all the things that we are able to do. But because of her willingness to share and invest in me, our life looks totally different. So I want to be that friend for everyone that I sign up. So everyone who signs up underneath me, anywhere in my downline, gets added to a group where they can see the opportunity day one. At the very least, they get to see the income chart and the comp plan and just know the possibilities. So to every single person on your team, you want to communicate the opportunity and then convince them that they are worthy and capable of achieving it if they want to. And you're going to do those things kind of on a spin cycle every day. You're going to spend every day pretty much in your team communicating the opportunity, convincing people they are worthy and capable. Over and over and over and over again. I would say my job description at Royal Crown Diamond, what I do every single day, are those 2 things more than anything else. Communicate this opportunity to my people and convince them they are worthy and capable. So when in doubt, when you've had a nitro and you're feeling really like energetic and you're sitting at your desk and your kids are quiet and you have a few hours to work, but you're like, what should I do with this time? When in doubt, I say spend that time communicating the opportunity and convincing people they are worthy and capable. And when you start doing this, you're going to see tremendous growth in your team. You can't say I have no business people in that leg if you haven't communicated the opportunity of the business to every single person in that leg. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked at who jumps in and who absolutely kills this business. It's not our job to decide who would be good at it or who needs the blessing or who can afford 100 PV a month. It's not our job. Our job is to love people and shepherd them without first stopping to ponder if they are worthy, if they are capable, if they would be interested. We should just love and invest in everyone, and those who are fertile soil will sprout and run and blow our minds. Okay? Give everyone the opportunity. Don't count anyone out. Thank goodness no one counted me out. Thank goodness my upline didn't say to herself, well, they just adopted twice in a year. I would feel so awkward bringing up the business to her and asking her if she can commit to ER. Well, that wasn't her choice to make, and thankfully she just held this opportunity with an open hand, extended it to me, and let me decide if it was for me or not. I decided it was and ran with it and hit RCD 18 months after buying my kit. You never, ever, ever know. You never know. Okay, guys? That's super important. So that's the how. Also under the how is being a product of the product. I know you hear your upline say this a lot. But I am talking about, especially within your teams, just posting about what oils you're using every single day, and like really, really, truly walking people through, like, I don't know, your kid stubs their toe and you're like, hey, you take a picture of your kid holding Owie and you're just like, thank goodness for this little miracle. Did you know that it contains this, 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 and it's good for this, 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 and it's better than Neos or, you know, whatever other alternatives because of this, this, this. Pop that in your group. As far as boosting your OGV, it's easier. The easiest customer to get is the one you already have. So if you can get your current members ordering more, that's going to be easier than chasing new members all the time. Not that we shouldn't be always enrolling. We're not going to stop enrolling till oils are in every single home. But the easiest way to boost our OGV, and something we can't forget about, are our current people. Okay. I'm just like word vomiting all over you guys. Sorry. There's only 4 people watching. Okay. The who. This is the last part of the who, what, when, all of that series that I'm talking about here. The who. Do not forget the people you are doing this with. This is a team sport. Not one of us is where we are because of our own efforts alone. Don't forget to acknowledge your team. Don't forget to cheer for their rank ups and their goals more than your own. Do not forget the who you are doing this with. And lastly, do not forget who you are doing this for. Jesus, if that's your jam. If not, I love you just the same. But for those of us who Jesus is our homeboy, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will succeed. That is a promise that has been made to us. So do not forget who we are working for. Work as though you are working for God and not for man. That's going to be a good one to keep in your back pocket when people are making you feel inadequate or inferior or like you're not doing enough. You can just repeat to yourself, I work for the Lord and not for man. Okay, do not forget who you're doing this for. Jesus, your family. It's not worth it, you guys, to get to Royal Crown Diamond and not have your family in a healthy place. So don't forget that you are working for your family, and that you can bring them along with you on this journey. Even little kids, they love to help. They love to feel worthy of having things explained to them. Even little things like we're hustling for silver this month, you guys. You know what that means? My 7-year-old understands what legs and OGV and all of that means, and he loves that I take the time to explain it to him, and he loves breaking it down. And plus, I want him to do this one day, so the earlier the better, you know. Others, do not forget to be generous as you go with this. You're working for others. There's an analogy that I love, because a lot of people, and I've probably been guilty of this too, a lot of people say, oh, when I get to Diamond, I'm going to be so generous, and I'm going to start giving this and this, and I'm going to donate to this and this and this. But it's really important that if you're not giving as a certain percentage or giving till it hurts now, you're not going to do it on a bigger scale when it's more money and more at stake. A really awesome analogy that I love is a child, a 16-year-old boy comes to his dad and says, Dad, I'm going to start washing my car and taking care of my car once it's a BMW, but not while it's a truck. Well, if you'd like to be blessed with more, then be generous and be a good steward of what you have, and that includes being generous. So, make wise investments. The best investments are eternal, which means investing in people. So remember to be generous. And then also under the category of the people you're doing this for is you. Do not run yourself ragged, and I'm not a good example of this. But do not neglect yourself and taking care of yourself, your mental health. Take breaks. Be kind to yourself. Speak kindly to yourself. Write down a list of your strengths every once in a while. Just write down a list of things you're kicking butt at. Like things you are owning right now as a leader. Just write them down. Every once in a while, just bless yourself by doing that. It only takes a second. Do it for others, do it for your leaders too, but do it for yourself. You don't want to forget how important the who of all of this is, and you're included in that who. Okay guys, we just put a whole bunch of fuel in our WhyTanks. If you are hopping on and watching the replay later, make sure that you go back and you do the first step in this, which is writing down all those categories and brainstorming and brain dumping underneath each one. You might have an ongoing notebook that you keep, because these whys are going to change as you grow, and you're going to be able to cross things off the list, which is amazing. Your bucket list is going to be an ongoing, evolving project, because you're going to be crossing it off so fast with this business. I'm telling you, all the dreams that we had almost 3 years ago now, almost all of them have happened. So we have the burden of having to continually dream new dreams. How cool is that? So just remember not to get stale. Keep dreaming. Keep revisiting these categories and making them bigger and better, because we have the power to do that. That's what this business is giving us, and it is so awesome. Okay, you guys, I believe in you. You have the power to achieve freaking anything. Your leaders, Christy and Jake, and also all the leaders between you and Christy and Jake, they are here to help you. They get paid in direct proportion to how well they're loving on you. It's literally their job to love you and be a resource to you, and they rock at it. So if you're interested in this business, or you're feeling stuck, or you just need a helping hand, go to them. They are awesome. They are an invaluable resource. They kick butt. I go to them even still as friends, and they pour into me, and they have nothing to gain from that. So you guys are awesome. I can't wait to see what you do with this business and all that you have within you, all your gifts. I'd love to meet you at convention or anytime. If we're ever in the same place, come say hi. I love you guys. You rock, and thanks for having me and giving me your time today. All right. Bye, guys.